have with us the British Council staff. We have Madam Amina Sayadi, who is the Program Manager in charge of Education and Skills at the British Council. Please welcome Madam Amina. We are lucky to have with us also Madam Ajmi, who is the Project Manager in charge of Higher Education at the British Council. You're welcome. And the gift of the day is to have Professor Pierre Shawishi, who is the Exams Manager at the British Council. Thank you for coming.
Good morning, everybody. Our presentation today will be in English, and you know that the level of English is very good. So, no? Yes. First of all, apologies for not being able to stay for a long time because there's plenty of commitments in the office and we have to go back quickly. So our presentation today will be basically on the our work in education on English and mainly certification. Have you been in the British Council before? Yes. For study, certification? Anyone? One of our programs for young people? No? Okay, so it's a good opportunity today to talk about it. So, the British Council is known to be a teaching center and certification for many Tunisians. However, we are doing plenty of other things. For example, education, arts, and society. And I'm quite sure Amina and Sana will be able to talk further about our work on education. The British Council is, we are employing 7,000 people worldwide, and if you can see the map, we are covering all those countries, almost everywhere. Okay? And we have a long experience of creating opportunities for people and to exchange cultures and to open doors to discussions and talking between people. Here in Tunisia, we are established since 1962. So already how many years? 30 years? 62 years. Yeah, 50 years. Again, our work in English is covering teaching center, certification, and projects. Shall I? Okay. So now Sana will be talking about our work in education.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sana, and I work as a project manager in charge of higher education. So we work in, our work in education is, the aim of our work is basically to support the government's objective of ensuring that young Tunisians like you have the best possible education. And that means that we work in a variety of areas, including the #1 challenge of this country, which is unemployment. To tackle that issue of unemployability, we are working with partners from the UK and internationally, the Ministry of Higher Education and Tunisian universities to develop shared solutions to education issues and to gather best practice in higher education and higher education reform. In employability, we are working with the Ministry of Higher Education and other partners to set up career development centers in Tunisian universities. In your university, in Mana University, you already have one, but it is not working effectively. How many of you know that the career centers exist in your university? Raise your hands. Just one. Just one. Yeah, that's a problem. Everyone should be involved, especially that you are in your final year, in your third year, and you are about to enter the job market. So you need more information about what is happening on the ground, how you can get internship, what are the skills needed in the job market. And the career development centers are the office or the way to go in order to gather that information. The center we have in University El Manab, it is working, but the work which is doing is really small and minimal, and this is due to many reasons, mainly financial and resources, lack of resources. So we are working to develop the centers, not just in universities, but through the other 13 universities. In March, last March 2014, we organized a training workshop with Liverpool General University in order the people who are working in the centers that exists now, they came with other people who are involved in working for the career centers. They came and they assisted, they participated in the training, and we believe it was beneficial, and now we are continuing to do the follow-up with the ministry, of course, to continue our work in developing training and for the career centers to be really well established, and that will be beneficial for all of you. This is our work in employability. We are also working on capacity building and governance and quality assurance. In order to maintain a good education for everyone, quality assurance is really, really important. In your university, I don't think you have an issue with that. I also don't think you have an issue with employability in general, but for the rest of the country, we are working to establish a new committee to develop a very good and established quality assurance system in all universities. We are also working with national and international partners to achieve that. In capacity building, our mission is basically to connect Tunisia with the UK. And in higher education, which means we need to connect Tunisian universities and higher education institutions to the one in the UK. So we are working with the European funded projects like Erasmus Plus and Campus and Horizon 2020 to connect Tunisian universities to work with their UK counterparts and develop joint proposals so that each university can benefit from the funds and the expertise in the UK and the expertise in Tunisia as well. So we organized the first workshop in June, that was 2 months ago, and we are intending to follow up with the next quarter proposal for these programs. What else we are doing? Did I take someone? Yes, we are also organizing, we work on student mobility and staff mobility. So now, at this time, we have around 15 students, Tunisian students, spending 2 weeks in the UK. It is a partnership program with the Ministry of Higher Education, Bootheina University, and the British Council. 15 top students from the English department, humanities, went to the UK to spend 2 weeks to get training, to visit the employers, and to have a cultural experience in the UK. As I said, this program was a tripartite partnership between the British Council, the Ministry, and Bootheina University. Also, for our future plans, and I think this is a good news for you, I think. In January 2015, we are going to organize a fair and exhibition in which students in Tunisia who are interested in studying in the UK to come and attend the exhibition. UK universities will be coming to Tunisia to present their universities, and they want to attract Tunisian students so they can come and study in the UK. So this is going to be in January 2015, so follow up with our work and follow us on Facebook and social media and visit our website. This news will be announced soon. And thank you. to Amina now, please.
Thank you, Shabir. Hi, Shabir. My name is Amina. I'm Programs Manager dealing with the Education and Skills Project at the British Council for a very, very long time now. Just a couple of points before I move to Skills for Employability. I know that Sophia mentioned that you work on the fields of education, English, but we do have a very, very ambitious and very work on society. I don't know if you heard about our regional project called Young Arab Voices, where we taught a lot of universities, a lot of high schools, and now moved to NGOs to create debates within these universities. And so we started the project immediately after the revolution, and we trained a lot of young people on how to debate and how to accept a different point of view and idea. We also worked on creating a portal called Janiti, where anyone who is interested to find out information about NGOs, youth NGOs, the janiti.org is available to everyone to have access to this information. We also have a very important and varied arts program where we work with young people on breakdance. And we're taking now, while I'm talking, we're preparing a group of 14 breakdancers to take them and have a show in the UK. So I moved to Skills for Employability, which is my area. And again, I mean, we put young people and youth employability at the heart of our work. And we started this project in 2009. At that time, the Ministry of Education was in charge of vocational education. So now, I mean, you know that we have two ministries. While we're doing this project, we are trying to help or provide young people with the skills they need in order to enter the world of work after they graduate from the vocational education system or from higher education. We also offer, I mean, trainers and teachers opportunities of training. We have three components in the project, which are policy dialogue events, international partnerships, and entrepreneurships. What do I mean by policy dialogue events? It means organizing international conferences, inviting decision makers, Tunisian decision makers, to either the UK or in any other country in the region to know more about what's going on in terms of employability outside Tunisia. We base also our work on international partnerships, which are partnerships between UK colleges and Tunisian colleges. And also, we did work a lot on entrepreneurship, and I'm sure you heard about the Souq al-Tanmiya project last year and this year. I will not talk about what we are doing broadly on skills for employability, but I will focus only on international partnerships, because I'm sure they will be of use to you. So why we decided to base our work on these partnerships? We did conduct last January a scoping visit in Tunis. We invited 2 UK consultants, and then they talked to the main ministries, to partners, to students, and then I mean, the study showed us, it's not a secret, that we have a high level of unemployment. Students lack a lot of soft skills, which are preventing them from quickly finding jobs. I mean, needless to say that Tunisia, after the revolution, I mean, worked a lot on, or undertook a lot of projects to help with this problem of unemployment, but still, the problem is still there. So, I mean, I said that we realized that young people need a lot of soft skills, yani communication, problem solving, CV writing, working in a team, preparing an interview, how to deal with an interview. And also from the other side, I mean, the employers need soft skills in all industries. So we decided to work on this, on establishing partnerships between the UK and Tunisia. And we wanted to develop programs and tools, including distance learning tools for teaching, to develop pedagogy for the teaching and learning of soft skills, and to use models which have succeeded at an international level. We also offer opportunities for the teachers and trainers to be trained, to be exposed to the UK expertise in the field of soft skills. Of course, we have to think about quality and accreditation and certification. That's why we're working on establishing these tools. First of all, when we started to work in this project, we started partnership between vocational education centers and Tunisian and British. But now we opened it to universities, to NGOs, and to schools. So for the moment, we don't have any university linked through Skills for Employability to a UK university, but there are still calls in October and in January, and the opportunity for your university to find a partnership. So the type of institutions are university, as I said, vocational education centers, employers, because they are very important, NGOs, British partners, and certification agencies. If you have questions, I'll leave Sofiane to finish, and then we'll answer your questions.
Hi again. Now it's time to talk about certification and examinations. How many of you is planning to go and study abroad or to work in Europe, States? More hands? Can you see? Okay. That's fine. Okay. So I'm quite sure at a certain time you're familiar with your next employer will be asking you to provide. Are you familiar with all these tests? Entry tests? No? Okay. Okay. First of all, I want to make sure that you are familiar with this one. Are you familiar with the Common European Framework for Languages? A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2? Yeah. This is the new language for languages. So, at a certain time, again, you need to make sure you know exactly where you are. And based on your current level, you can, whether having more courses, prepare yourself to be ready to take an examination at the end. So now at an engineer level, I think B2 and C1 would be the standards. B1 is more for technicians, for professionals, but at least at your level, it should be at B2 or at C1. So, I don't want to be or to provide advices here, but I recommend that you try to find out about your level so you don't have surprise afterwards, because the issue now in Tunisia, we are receiving more and more people at certain level, like master's degree or preparing their PhDs. They don't know about their English language level, and they got the surprise at the end that they need to provide the certification that proves that, and they discover they don't have time. So the idea now is just to raise your awareness about the importance of certification and that you need to be ready. Today's certification, actually we're providing different range of certification. So for teachers, for kids, for professionals, for bankers, for different categories of jobs, and also for studying. But today, certification that we'll be talking about is the IELTS. Are you familiar with IELTS? Yes? Yes? The International English Language Testing System. In your part, you will find, you can do the information sheet where you can provide, when you can find more details about it. So, IELTS is known to be the only test that you need to work, live, and study. Do you know any other test that can do that? The answer is no. I can tell you. So, I can give you an example. For a Tunisian who needs to go to Canada to study, in order to go to Canada, you need to provide for the immigration authorities the certification in order to get a visa. So you need that certificate. And Canadian authorities, they are accepting only the IELTS as a test, and I'll tell you why afterwards. Also, to be enrolled in a university as an entry test, you need to provide the test, and IELTS is widely recognized and is almost accepted everywhere, even in the United States. Top 10 universities in the United States accept IELTS. And to live, of course, you need to work. So in order to work, you need to prove your level of English again. So this test can do all those things for you. Okay? So this test, it has two modules. One, it is the academic one and the general training one. I'm quite sure the one you will need is the academic one. So please make sure you sit for the academic one and not for the general one. One of the key success of this test is the speaking part. I know some of you mentioned TOEFL. TOEFL is the equivalent of IELTS. However, the speaking test for IELTS is a face-to-face for 15 minutes interactive discussion with an examiner. So, at the end, if you get, for example, 5 or 6 in the speaking test, it means you have this level. However, with other tests sometimes it could be an issue, and it's not interactive. However, that's human, you are talking to somebody, and according to your response, questions may vary or change. However, if you are talking to a computer, just putting your words there is no interaction. Okay? Again, this test is very recognized worldwide by 7,000 institutions. In Gulf countries, for example, you cannot go to university without IELTS. You cannot have this job without IELTS. So, I'm quite sure, because I know some of you will go to the Gulf countries. About the Okay, I think now it's time for your questions. We'll be happy to answer your questions, if you do have some. Yeah, questions? Don't be shy. If you want to ask in Arabic or French, that's fine. Yeah, maybe.
Do you.
Do you provide any preparations for this kind of exams at the British Council? And if they are available to everyone, if they're not, if you can give us a hint or an idea about how expensive they are, how...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, do you mean for face-to-face, yes? Face-to-face.
Oh.
Yeah, for face-to-face, yes, we are providing courses in the British Council. It's offered only for B1 candidates, so we cannot start below that. So B1 and intermediate level, starting from that, yes, we can do preparation. Usually people, they tend to do a session or 2 sessions, depending to their, how, if they are in a hurry or not, or they have deadlines and stuff. But if you want to do an IELTS preparation at intermediate level, then upper intermediate level, then advanced level. So it depends, and also it depends to the group, because to be frank, Tunisians, they don't have that very good level of English. So whenever it is possible, whenever we have people interested, yes, we are running those courses, yeah, definitely.
What about the price? How much did it take the exam?
Well, as far as I remember, no, because we are talking about quality, because the person who is teaching that is very experienced, because he is not a normal teacher, because he needs to have more than that. Asata is very yes, but he or she needs to have other qualifications, to be an examiner, to have a long experience, in order to to transfer that knowledge about. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Ladies first. The price. Again, we're talking about quality here. So, as far as I remember, it's 400 dinars, is it? For
I think it's affordable for everyone.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. If you go to Morocco and do it, or to Egypt, which are our neighbors, you can see easily the difference. So it's 3 months for 400 dinars.
First of all, thank you for your time and thank you for being here with us. And I want to ask if you offer scholarships for Tunisian students to finish their graduate studies, master's and PhD. Thank you.
Welcome. I think Amina would be able to. Well, we used to offer evening.
We used to organize a Chibi scholarship, which is offered by...
Use the mic, even.
British Council used to organize the admission and selection for Shielding Scholarship, which is offered by the British Embassy. But now, the British Council doesn't offer scholarship, unfortunately. But if you want to have information about the Shielding Scholarship, which is to do an MA in any UK university, you can contact our colleagues at the British Embassy. Normally, they start selecting students in this November, December, the interviews in January, and then September is the start. And of course, we need the IELTS, yes.
Thank you. Just to add to what Amina said, the UK university, they are offering scholarship, but you need to be careful here. They don't provide you with the full package. They support you. Yes. Plus, if you are, if your French is good, your Arabic is good, definitely you can find kind of arrangements with them. I mean, you can teach some hours. And my recommendation is to go to www.educationuk.org. You will find an icon for the scholarship part. But my advice is not to rely on that scholarship. I mean to pay for everything. Okay? Here? Somebody? No? No? Questions? Okay. No? Questions? Yes? Oh. Yeah, preparation is different because the exam, nobody will be asking you to do the preparation, so it's your choice. If you feel ready for the test, nobody will ask you to do preparation. So it's different, yeah, it's separated.
Just for the exam, 400.
No, 400 is for the course. Yeah.
What about the exams?
It's 260 Tunisian dinars. It's cheaper than other certification. It's the cheapest in our region, MENA region. So, lucky you.
What about the CELTA?
Okay, CELTA is mainly for people who want to teach afterwards. Okay, are you a teacher?
I am.
Ah, okay, sorry. Because I thought engineers, you know,
I know
yeah.
teachers who actually sat for CELTA.
Okay.
So you can always do that.
Yeah. We are running it once a year. We started, I think, 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
And now we are part of our project with the Ministry of Higher Education. The ministry paid for some of their teachers to do the CELTA. But our regular session is in June. We are doing it every June. It's 1 month intensive.
Okay.
It's
And
very
teachers
interesting.
pay for that? Or everyone can pay?
Yeah, of course. But you need to be selected because there is.
So you apply to sit for the CELTA?
Definitely. And there is an interview, and not everybody is accepted. Yeah. Minimum requirements are there. Without question. More questions? No? No boys? Only girls? Yes, for IELTS and those type of certification is only for 2 years because actually it's used whether for education or for employment at a certain level. So employers or university, they need to make sure that your level is still the same. And academically speaking, after 2 years, there is risk that your level, whether it will go up or down. So every 2 years, yes.
That CELTA costs $3,000 an hour.
No,
I remember like 3,000 Tunisian dinars. It's very cheap. I know friends who went to the UK to do it, and believe me, it's very, very expensive. So lucky you again if you are in Tunisia, because even now we are receiving people coming from other countries to Tunisia and they want to do the CELTA, to do the IELTS, or to do our courses intensively, because, you know, yeah, financially speaking, it's much cheaper. Okay? Questions? Yes? Boys? Aye. Oh, finally, one. English?
Internship.
Yeah.
Internship.
In the British Council, or? Yeah, actually, we are offering internship. You want to add something about it?
We started to offer internship opportunities for some young graduates. So you just need to send us a letter asking to be working. Normally, it's the projects in my area where we do accept some young people to start like 3 months, 6 months. We have some young people who have been for maybe 1 year and then move to other posts at the British Council. So please contact us and then send us a letter asking for an internship. And it's a paid internship.
It's a very attractive package. Okay, no more questions? Sorry, guys, I think we have to go.
Please thank them for being
We do have another presentation at 12, so thank you very much. See you in the British Council one day, or maybe in another event. Thank you.
Thank you very much.